Hey guys, this is Comic Can, and I don't know if you've noticed, but it feels like a lot of anime is no different than the content you see online. Like shorts, reels, YouTube videos, things that are meant to be consumed in one go and forgotten, rather than stories that are meant to be experienced and absorbed and contemplated over a long period of time. And so in today's video, we'll talk about the contentification of anime and how that differs from the way anime was told in the not so distant past. When I see a lot of clips of anime coming out today, I get the feeling, I get this strange sense that a lot of shows are designed like content. Things that are designed to only be watched once, then basically disposed of. Like, okay, I saw it, I enjoyed it, and that's it. I'm gonna leave it, forget it, and never come back to it. And that is more of a sense rather than a fact based in objective reality. It's just what I'm feeling. What I'm feeling when I see certain clips online. Like the anime was created to make those clips so that it could get people interested in watching the show. And then when you watch the show, the context of that scene is not much deeper than what I experienced on the clip. And were there shows like that in the past? Plenty of them. But these days I'm feeling like I see that more often. For example, there was a show called You and I Are Polar Opposites. And I talked about this earlier in the channel where I felt hooked by the clip that I saw online where there was a misunderstanding in terms of communication, and the male character wanted to learn more about like how to interact with people, and that little clip was very endearing, and it hooked me in the way that old anime used to hook me, in that I wanted to see what's the context around that scene, what's the show like, and I wanted to enjoy the show fully from beginning to that point in the story. And that was all, I think, in the first episode. And I enjoyed the first episode. I kept watching, and I kept waiting for the show to develop some sort of overarching conflict or some sort of deeper conflict that would occur in each episode that would keep me coming back for more. But I found that most of the episodes, to me, in my opinion, were just fluff. Like, and it wasn't bad, but it was what you might call like cozy. It was just sort of, hey, we're just having a good time. We're not trying to get into any of that deep, dramatic conflict stuff. If anything, we're trying to stay away from that and give you an experience that's more like, oh, conflicts arise, but it's nothing that we can't talk through. Things might happen here and there, but it's nothing serious. It's just for fun. And that's totally fine if that's the type of show that you're looking for. But when I'm coming to a rom-com, I'm looking for something a little bit deeper, something with a little bit more edge, something with more conflict and drama, like Kare Kano, which is His and Her Circumstances, which is the example that I listed in that video I talked about before. I'll link that down in the description. That show had so much more depth and so much more drama to the characters that I felt compelled to keep watching until those tensions were resolved. And the clips that I saw online that actually got me into the show had much more layers underneath to keep me invested and keep me watching the show for a longer period of time. It wasn't just surface level fluff. It was actual drama and conflict that kept me pulled along, so I wanted to see more. And it's a show that I would go back and watch again. And a lot of shows these days aren't made to be watched more than once. It feels like, in my opinion. And in a video coming up, I'm going to talk about how you want to aim for a type of show that is designed to be enjoyed more than once if you really want to stand a chance in today's storytelling creative industry, you could call it, because a lot of shows are designed like content to be watched and then forgotten, and you wait for the next show to pop up, and when everybody is into that show, you watch that new show and everybody talks about it until it just becomes another thing to drop and ignore. But most of the shows that I was into in the past, like Slayers, like Kenshin, like Naruto, compel multiple viewings to really dive into the world, to really catch things that you might have missed the first time. They have such a strong narrative, such a strong pull, that even if you saw a clip and you got really excited by, oh, this story is actually really interesting, I want to see what's going on there. When you get into the story proper and you learn the conflicts that led up to that point, and you understand the full context behind that scene, there's even more depth, even more layers to uncover, to fully unpack that scene and enjoy the juices, the nectars that you can squeeze out from that scene. Like, you can really pull it apart and take more than just the flat context of the scene. You can take more from it than what you see in the little clip on social media, and from the full context scene itself. You can take so much more from it, because it feels like stories back then were just designed, at least the top stories back then were designed to have so many more contextual layers that it compels repeat viewings to fully pull things apart and really dive deep into the characters, the lore, the world, the philosophy and themes. Like, there's so much more. People to this day are still picking apart Evangelion and trying to figure out, what does it all mean for themselves. Like, they watch the show and they think about it, and it's like, you know what, I didn't catch everything it was trying to say. I want to go back and see more of what it was trying to say. And so, yeah, in a video coming up, I want to talk more about how we get past this sort of contentification or TikTokification of anime, and figure out how we make stories that make people want to dive deeper into them and watch them more than once, or read them more than once, or experience them more than once. So if you'd like to check out the webcomic that I'm making, that I guarantee you will compel multiple viewings, you can check out my latest supernatural horror webcomic called Saintly. It is a demon chase horror action comedy about two best friends who have to outrun the demon loan sharks that they borrowed from. Basically, it's like Scooby-Doo meets K-pop demon hunters without the K-pop. And the story backs the main character into a corner where she has to decide between the hard path to success or lose her soul to the lure of easy money. And we get to see the ramifications of her choice, and if she can hide this deal with the devil from her friend, or if it will tear them apart. And I hope you read my comic in the description and check out the story. It should appear in your email inbox or your spam folder if you don't see it. And that's what I do here on this channel. I focus primarily on storytelling, on creating narratives, creating stories that compel multiple viewings so that you can enjoy on more than one level. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. And if you want to get my thoughts on the anime that I mentioned in this video, check out this video here or in the link in the description. And that's it for this one. Please rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.